What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Tech Solutions. So just wanted to cover a couple stocks. We have 7 minutes until the market opens. So just wanted to cover a couple stocks before we actually get started with the day. My name is Ricky. I have a group at Tech Solutions. The link is down in the description if you guys would like to join our free Facebook group. But most importantly, I want to make sure that we lead by example and we tell you 3 rules that we hope that we can guide you in your success. You should never invest based on other people's opinion. You should never trade based on what you don't understand, and then you should always have a plan when investing. Although those rules sound very simple, you would have I think you'd be very surprised with the number of people who trade based on other people's opinion, who trade without having a plan, and who trade stocks that don't even really understand the risk involved in those initial or the value of those actual positions. So I just wanted to talk about 2 stocks that you guys could see during pre-market hours. They're currently down. They were up yesterday. Again, I'm going to try to keep it very simple. I think the last this is just for me. This does not mean that you have to trade any of these 2 stocks. This is simply what I see value in, and the reason why is because these stocks are down during pre-market hours. Well, no, not that one. UGAZ. So the reason that I like looking at this specific stock, or that I'm interested in looking at this specific stock, is because of the drop that it had during pre-market hours. It hit highs of about, let's just say 920 at close, and then it dropped down to $8.68. It's so far down that if we can, let me just picture it this way. The previous support that it had was about $9. We'll go ahead and draw another support line here at around 870. It's trending right around what is that, 877. So therefore, what I'm waiting for is some form of indication that it's going to be showing signs of an uptrend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply set my alert when it breaks above $8.80. This is how I'm going to set up my plan. And this is for a very quick and efficient day trade. Again, this is what I see value in. In no way does this mean that you have to trade the way that I do or any of the stocks that I see value in. So realistically, a lot of people that I'm mentoring, we have realistic goals that we set for them on a weekly basis. So with that being said, I want to make sure that every day we take a position that's working towards our goal. So if your goal is anywhere from 5 to 10%, realistically ask yourself, with the amount of day trades and swing trades you've taken this week, is this a stock that you see value in that can get you towards your goal? If it is, great. If it's not, then simply don't take it. So I'm waiting for the break above $8.80. I know that I would cut losses if it goes below 870 or 868, right? Therefore, if I get in at 880 and I cut losses at 868, my potential for loss is 1.37. Do you see this little percentage calculator right there? So my potential for loss that I would risk at 168 would be around 1.5%. So if I'm going in with about $5,000, 1.5% isn't actually such a big number. Therefore, I know the risk involved before actually choosing to take the position. What's my potential for profit? Well, yesterday it closed at, less than 24 hours ago, it was at $9.20. So that potential for profit is 4.34%. So you just have to ask yourself, is the 4.34% or 4% worth the risk for that 1.5%? And if it is, great. If the plan makes sense and you can see that, hey, look, as a day trade, again, not a swing trade, as a day trade, this is UGAZ. It's a gas-based ETF. It's one that we've traded multiple times. Yes, it has been seeing consistent signs of a downtrend, and this is why I would not swing trade it. But when it comes down to a day trade, it's been messing around within this margin from around $8.80 up to $9.40 within the past 48 hours. So with that being said, I feel like this is pretty relevant. When it does have pretty nice sell-offs, it tends to bounce back, but it's on the indication of the uptrend that, man, I really don't want to complicate it. So I'm just waiting for the confirmation that it breaks above 880. And if I get that confirmation that it's holding and breaking above 880, for those that want to be a little bit more conservative, can wait for it to break above the purple VWAP line, which is this middle VWAP indicator. So it's VWAP. I have a video on it if you want to go ahead and search it up. And then the resistance would be right around 904. Really depends on the approach that you want to take. It's already breaking above VMA, showing signs of a bounce, and that's why I see value in UGAZ. Now moving on to the following one, JNUG is one that has been continuously showing signs of a downtrend. Again, just like that inverse gas ETF like UGAZ. Looking at a 5-day analysis, it has hit lows of $4.63. Right now, it is at a previous resistance, which is around 1540. And it's looking to bounce at 1540. If it drops below 1540, does that mean that it's a good buy? No, if it's not showing any signs of an uptrend, then why would you ever, consider investing in a stock or in an ETF that's not showing you that it's gonna, actually grow your account? So with that being said, we have the EMA line even intraday. Let me get a little bit closer. So this EMA line intraday, so we have the VWAP indicator right here, and it's right at that 1540 price point. Right now we're at 1548. I'm going to wait for the break above the purple VWAP and the break above 1550. So I'm going to set my alerts there. Again, I'm going to be patient. If it triggers, great. And if it doesn't, then I simply won't worry about it. And I have my alert set. I know that my potential for profit is much greater than my potential for loss since it closed at nearly $16 yesterday. So from $15.50 to $16. Again, 3.15%, nothing huge, but that makes for a good day trade. And then what are my potential for losses if I cut losses from $15.50 to $15.40? Less than 1%, almost about 0.5%. That's worth the risk for me. This one's actually, this one tends to see less volume or less demand than UGAZ itself. But, realistically, it still offers good potential. Going down the list, AMD ended up, after the solid drop that it had, as of yesterday, ended up, again, validating that support at 1060. And right before the market opened, it's already having a sell-off. It really reacts pretty well to the VWAP indicators. So that might be something intraday, again, intraday for AMD that you might want to look for. GoPro is showing a really strong uptrend. Closed yesterday at about 1034, hit highs of 1070. This is one that I called out for my top stocks of this month, and I called it out when it was at $9.50. So we already hit that. I think 12% price, 12% growth since my initial call out. Going into EGLT, that thing is still trying to hold above $1, so hopefully that can continue to hold and validate that support. GNC, my unfortunate swing trade. I'm going to try to be very patient with this one. It's right now at $6.68. If this thing can break above $6.70, then it does have a potential for a day trade. But as of now, I would not call it out as a swing trade potential. So it looks like the market's about to open for a potential swing trade. I am looking at ESPR and just wanted to let you guys know. The reason why is because ESPR has already been showing signs of a confirmation of an uptrend. From the initial bounce that it had around $43 to $42. It did have a little bit of a pullback, and it was in that pullback that I saw the most potential for an entry point. So let me see if you guys have any questions. Oh, there's not that many people commenting this morning. So AKS. Oh. All right, so you guys already broke above 880. Let me go ahead and shout it out to the group. All right, so it looks like AKS has a huge sell-off, and it's with these huge sell-offs that I see the most potential. So I think that's why a lot of people within our group are actually calling it out. Again, one of the things that I try to look for when it comes down to investing in dip buys, which stocks that see huge drops within their price points, is I want to make sure that I can confirm the bounce, right? I don't want to buy it when it's seen a huge downtrend. Okay, so JNUG is still showing signs of a downtrend, so that's not a good confirmation. But then we did get, what was that? Oh, it looks like LX just broke above 45 cents, which is the confirmation that we were waiting for. So now it's becoming a little bit more relevant. I'm going to set my alerts. This is the one that has been gapping up about 5 cents every week, and it just broke about 45 cents. So this might be something that you guys might want to take a look at if it continues to hold and break above 45 cents. Let's follow up. Boom, there we go. Finally, this thing's starting to move up. So there we got that confirmation of that uptrend. Let's go ahead and see if it could actually break and hold above the purple VWAP, which is 672. AMD, this thing pushed down and is now running. Just understand that this thing is not known to really run for a long period of time. So if I were you, when it gets closer to that 1090 price point, I would consider following with a stop loss. I mean, I would consider following with a stop loss as of now because it's already hit pre-market highs. And that's a known resistance level. So, as it continues to rise, make sure that you cover your profits. If you're up, great. Wow, this thing's really running. I like it. So hopefully it can recover some of its profits. There we go. UGAZ building that little cup trend. PCAR. I'll be sure to follow up with that one. We're still holding above the EMA line. So again, we're heading over to that purple resistance line. Nothing huge, not a huge position, but it does offer some potential for a day trade, 2 to 3%. So I don't think that's too bad. GoPro with a huge sell-off, which offers great intraday entry once it identifies its support. but I actually like AKS now because of that huge sell-off. Oh, and it's actually bouncing. So great call out on AKS. For those that are asking, hey, how is it that I found AKS? It was all because of you guys. So we had a couple people calling it out in the chat. So thank you again for that. It's all about networking, and that's something that our group in Tactile Solutions does very well. So I'm going to make sure that I set my alert when it breaks above the purple VWAP indicator, showing a better indication that it's actually trending up. So with that being said, I'm going to set my alert, and thank you again for the call out. For this specific stock itself, once we do get above that break, the next resistance is going to be around 564, which offers about 3% profit. Again, nothing huge. And if you feel like the risk is too high for these stocks that are trending down, then you simply don't have to trade it, right? This drop isn't huge. But realistically, it still offers a margin of profit. So it's up to you as an investor to justify, if this is a risk worth taking. JNUG still at that sell-off, so it looks like it tried to bounce. FCX still holding. IMGN. ZZ. GLT. Oh, it's at 98 cents now. There we go. So I called out ESPR yesterday at the break in the hold above 45. Looks like I missed my entry, but it looks like it's already building that little cup trend. And realistically, I mean, this thing has the potential to hit highs of $50. So it looks like it's building that little trend. Saw that pullback. I drew this line before it even bounced there. And realistically, that's kind of what I figured would most likely happen. If you guys saw my call outs for the Sunday stock talk. And, I think that today or the days that follow, if the volume is there, this thing can make new highs and hit like $48, $49, and hopefully 50. So hopefully this video can guide you guys in the right direction. Hopefully you guys saw value in it and learned something new. If you guys did, we'd really appreciate it. I know it's a very small gesture, but if you guys can give the video a thumbs up, it'd mean a lot to us. As well as if you guys like how I break stocks down and would like to learn a little bit more about the stock market in a very quick and efficient way, the first link in the description will take you over to my lesson library, which will show you exactly what it is that has led to my success in the stock market, as well as in the different markets that I invest in, such as real estate and then the buying and reselling of different cars. So let's go ahead, and you guys can simply go to learnplanprofit.com. And then it will guide you on over to this website, and then you guys can feel free to sign up. Again, that's the first link in the description. Feel free to check out my YouTube videos. The helpful video playlist can go over a bunch of frequently asked questions. But overall, guys, thank you again for everything that you guys do. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams. Let your passion be what drives in your success. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.